When was the last time you completely cried your eyes out? I heard the principal's son say, "Why do you even come to school if you can't even stand up?" All the boys in my class burst out laughing at her. I looked up from grading tests, and I couldn't even believe I just heard him say that to Jackie, a 6-year-old girl now sitting frozen in her wheelchair with tears now streaming down her face. I literally felt my face turn red as I slammed my pen down and yelled, "Hey, what the hell did you just say to her?" Everyone in the class froze to look at me. It was dead silent, and he was scared. I just told him to go to the office, and as he walked out, I realized I completely forgot who his mom was. I sat there hoping she'd be reasonable this time, but literally within 20 minutes, our principal was at my classroom door. She instantly pulled me out into the hall, and I could already tell she was mad. She says, "You yelled? You yelled at my son?" I tried to explain what he was doing, even pointing to Jackie still upset in her wheelchair, but she didn't care. "Who the F do you think you are? You do not yell at my son." And without even giving me a chance, she told me to go home because I was fired, and I had to pack all my things while my class watched. Thankfully, another school hired me on the spot, and I was able to start fresh at another elementary school across the city. However, on my first day, I quickly got a notice that a new student was going to be joining my class. I had no idea who it was, and thought it was weird because the year was halfway through. They assured me there would be no tolerance for bullying at this school, so I thought it wouldn't be too bad. But as soon as I heard the sound of that wheelchair moving into my classroom, I knew it wasn't who I thought it was. And when I looked, I was in complete disbelief. There was Jackie, looking absolutely terrified as her mother pushed her into my classroom. She saw me and instantly started to look worried again, probably reliving all the times that kid from her old class made fun of her for her legs. The other kids were already whispering and pointing at her wheelchair, and I saw Jackie shrink into herself exactly like she used to, gripping her chair's armrests while her mother knelt beside her saying, "It's okay, baby. Remember what we talked about. Maybe this school will be different." I was about to go introduce myself to her mom, telling her this would be a safe space for her at this school since that kid wasn't here to make fun of her anymore. But before I could even say anything to them, another kid beat me to it. He ran past me and up to her when he saw the wheelchair, and she was so nervous she looked like she was about to start crying. The kid walks straight up to Jackie and starts asking, "Whoa, what happened to your legs?" And she gets so nervous she tried to pull her face into her shirt. She probably thought this kid was getting ready to ridicule her, but her mom tried to help her out. Before I could get the kid to stop commenting, her mom quickly starts saying, "Well, she was actually born like this. Her legs just work differently. Cool, right?" And the boy looks at her weird for a moment, studying the wheelchair, but surprisingly he says, "That's actually really cool. You get to ride around everywhere." She suddenly looked up at him, poking her head out from her shirt collar. He starts asking, "Hey, do you want to come play castle with the rest of the kids at recess? We're building the biggest one in the sandbox." And Jackie looked so shy she could barely make eye contact with him. She probably thought they were just looking for opportunities to bully or kick sand at her again, and I could see her mom was nervous as well, watching this interaction with her hand on Jackie's shoulder. The boy must have noticed Jackie's hesitation, because when she didn't say anything, he suddenly goes, "It's okay, you don't have to be the princess. If you don't want to, you can be whatever you want," trying to make her feel comfortable. Jackie gets even more shy, looking down at her lap, and says so quietly we could barely hear her, "I've never been the princess before." He suddenly looks back up at her face, stares at her for a second, and with the biggest smile says, "I don't believe you." Jackie's face absolutely lights up with the most incredible joy I've ever seen, and her mom immediately says, "Go play, baby. Go be the princess." He helps push Jackie away to where the other kids were playing, and they all said hi to her while checking out her wheelchair. I noticed Jackie's mom starting to tear up, and as we stepped out of the classroom together, she completely broke down sobbing. As soon as I saw that, I did too.